Tanja, thank you so much for coming today. It's such an honor to get to talk with you a little bit about your skills and how you represent Iowa and Marin. My name is Laura Liesem. I am the Vice President of Home Care and Support Services for Institute on Aging. And today, Tanja Obear and I are talking a little bit about home care in Marin and how Institute on Aging can help support you and your loved ones. Tanja, tell me a little bit about how long you've been serving Marin.
Yes. Hello, my name is Tanja Obear. I have been serving seniors in Marin for about 14 years now. I've had the honor of working for the Institute on Aging for the last 4 years as a client service manager for supported home.
Wonderful. And tell me a little bit about when you first received that call. What's your step to introduce yourself to the individual in need of care, or maybe the family or someone calling on behalf of someone needing care?
Usually by the time somebody calls, there's some level of distress. It usually is preceded by an event, either a fall, a hospital visit, maybe visiting home and seeing that their loved one is not taking care of themselves very well. Maybe they're not taking their medications on schedule. Maybe they're becoming more forgetful. And so the first step for me is to visit the client and really listen and try to get to know them.
So you mentioned the client, and for those who have not yet received home care, the client is typically the individual receiving care. I know oftentimes for myself and my community of support, asking someone to allow a stranger into their home when they may not agree with the identified need or the challenge that others are observing can be an entirely huge obstacle to overcome. Could you talk a little bit about how you get to know routines and rituals and introduce caregivers into some of those older adults' homes?
Well, certainly I would be opposed to having a caregiver in my home or a complete stranger. I think what's very important is to really hear the client and meet them where they're at. Really learn about what's important to them, what is their daily routine like, what do they enjoy. Everybody's different. Some people would prefer somebody that's more engaging, whereas other people prefer somebody that respects their space and is pleasant and knows how they like their coffee in the morning, whether it's a nice strong cup of Peet's coffee with some warm frothed milk being brought to them. Little details like that. Those are things that we tease out when I take as much time as it needs to meet with the family and the client to really get to know what their needs and desires are.
Don't bring me a cup of tea in the morning. I want my Peet's coffee, right? We both
Me
do.
too.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes. Those details are so important. And I think
Yes.
you talked a little bit about, a caregiver who has a more passive, maybe subtle role in the home versus a more assertive style. You really get to know the individual on the coffee, tea, assertive, passive, preferred movements. Could you talk a little bit about retaining the autonomy with home care and how that can actually support more independence?
Yes. Oftentimes, we really try to serve our clients through all the transitions of aging, and that may just start with 2 shifts a week and having a companion that can drive them to the Tiburon waterfront and go for a nice walk safely. Go have lunch, have a client get their hair done, or meet other friends for lunch, and essentially have somebody that they feel comfortable with that is going to make sure that they're safe and actually is giving them more autonomy in a lot of respects and quality of life.
So for some, leaving the home would be a priority, going to retain their daily rhythms, that walk. I work with someone who loves a walk at Loch Lomond and, getting to be by the boats and the waterfront, seeing, the fog over the bridge.
Exactly.
So maintaining that independence is incredibly important.
Yes.
On the other end of the spectrum, some individuals may choose a warm meal at home to be prepared by a caregiver.
Yes.
So you're really teasing out each individual's preferences and some of their movements. One of the activities that I think is important is that we support traditions, right? Traditions, not just around the holidays, but traditions with friends and kind of those rhythms of life. So
Absolutely.
some of our clients, I know, enjoy all kinds of outings. Are there any that stand out to you?
Many different types of outings. Some of our clients are actually residents at assisted living communities and live in apartments and need a driver. And there's one gentleman that has always been very social and has birthday parties to attend or luncheons, and has really bonded with his companion that drives him to all sorts of events, including Thanksgiving luncheon, Petaluma, or things like that. And they go for walks daily. But it can be very individualized. I had a client once, a woman that lived in memory care and loved horses. And I had the opportunity to take her to, I think it's called Dixon Ranch in West Marin. And she just was so enamored with the horses. And that is, those moments I cherish that. Those are the moments that
That's why you do
I
the
love
work.
my job. So,
So we serve individuals in a variety of settings. You mentioned some assisted living or memory care.
Yes.
Clients that you're currently working with, have worked with in the past.
Yes.
What is the kind of general approach to adding care in a facility? How does one initiate that?
I have a background in memory care. It's something that's very close to my heart. Again, sometimes family members will initiate that, or sometimes the community will make a recommendation to have some one-on-one assistance in the memory care unit. Just because that one-on-one attention is really critical.
Sure.
As you can imagine, in an assisted living setting, there are many residents, and that consistent one-on-one time is very difficult to achieve.
Sure.
And so a caregiver can keep a resident engaged in activities. Again, it's very specialized to the person and what their specific interests are. And part of my job is determining what those interests are and putting that into a care plan and coaching the caregiver on how to keep them busy all day so that
they're engaged in meaningful activities?
Yes.
Sure. So another area that we've talked about is companionship. And when some people think home care, they think hands-on assistance.
Right.
But what we're really talking about is a continuum of the life aging journey.
Yes.
And how we can start, you mentioned, 2 shifts a week, companionship, but then aging with the individual and really getting to understand the nuances of their movements throughout the day. If there is a decline in their comorbidities, how we can support families getting connected to hospice and end of life.
Exactly.
Could you talk a little bit about how IOA home care and hospice collaborate so closely, and perhaps a situation where you've seen it work really well?
I've worked with all of the major hospice providers in Marin, also in San Francisco previously. Hospice is a very scary word for families, but it is an incredibly helpful service that I've had clients that have graduated from hospice because they've done so well and then return at a later time. But really collaborating with the hospice providers in terms of the physical care that's required and any specific instructions that may change, but also just the comfort care aspect of it is really important and requires sensitivity on the part of the caregiver. Hospice is end-of-life care when a person is expected to, they have a chronic illness or they've lost a lot of weight and they have a life expectancy of 6 months or less. If I have a client that I've been serving for a while and we're seeing a gradual decline and I feel that they could benefit from a hospice program, I bring that up with the family and then we'll connect them with a hospice provider and have a nurse come out and evaluate the client. Hospice is wonderful. It has weekly nurses visits, if not more frequent than that. They can assist with bed baths if needed. So our care team will oftentimes collaborate with the hospice provider because sometimes it requires 2 people. And they provide supplies and medication management,
specialty services.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you said hospice can be a scary word. I often hear as a geriatric care manager and licensed clinical social worker, oh my gosh, I wish we would have engaged hospice sooner.
Yes.
Right? And I think our goal at IOA is to be on the aging journey with all of the individuals we work with. Family members, the clients who are direct care recipients.
Yes.
But to me, one of the greatest blessings IOA can offer is a more comprehensive view of the individual circumstance. Institute on Aging is not a home care agency. We're way more than that. We offer geriatric care management. You yourself have provided geriatric care management. We have a range of other services. We have an adult day program in the Presidio that serves individuals with cognitive impairments. Given the absence, and I know this is a pain point for many Marin community members, the absence of a day program can leave individuals stranded without respite. So for caregivers who may be interested in having more comprehensive service delivery, Institute on Aging has the ability to offer that. And it's part of a reason I have loved working at IOA for 16 years is we found new ways to serve aging adults and adults with disabilities in order to encourage their longevity in the community, quality of life, engagement in meaningful activities. And it's such an honor to get to represent IOA in our work together.
Yes. I would like to say a word about respite care. Many family members, spouses, or children of loved ones that need care or possibly have dementia are under a great deal of stress. It becomes very difficult. They love their loved one, of course, and want to be there for them. However, it can really take a toll on people's physical and psychological health. And I can speak to this with my own husband, who took care of his 90-something-year-old mother for 10 years and really was not taking care of himself and had ended up having a lot of health issues himself. But I see this quite often, and I think we can help by having a companion come to the home even a few times a week for several hours, and it frees up the loved one to go to their own medical appointments, to maybe have lunch with friends, to take care of themselves, and that just can be a huge break for people. So I just wanted to mention that as well.
Caregiving takes an immense amount of endurance, and respite can be a lily pad, right? Something to look forward to. The thought of leaving the home sometimes is too overwhelming for a caregiver who's a familial caregiver and knows the best ways to persuade, right? Someone who might not want to engage in an activity or to finish their meal. And the fear of leaving can sometimes be really overwhelming for the familial caregiver. So I know there are situations where we say, why don't you go upstairs and make that phone call or go listen to your music or enjoy that cup of tea, read your book without interruption. That can sometimes feel like an indulgence. But I think what we want individuals to know is it's actually helping you be a better caregiver in the long run. By nurturing yourself, engaging in your own hobbies and interests. And over time, perhaps you'll be willing to leave the home for a small stretch of time to go have lunch.
Yes.
Whatever would feel comfortable for the individual as a familial caregiver and for the care recipient is what we're most interested in offering. I'm so proud of the work that you do every day and the way you serve families in Marin and the clients who receive our care, Tanja.
Thank you.
A blessing to everyone who engages with you and has the opportunity to feel the nurturing support that you can offer. You've clearly
Thank you. It means a lot to me. I really enjoy the work I do. It's very meaningful.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and all you've done to impact the Marin community.
Thank you, Laura. It's meaningful work. I love what I do. It's an honor. Thank you.
I feel it every day that I get to work with Tanja, and I know the families that you're engaged with certainly benefit from your compassion, your warmth, your professionalism, your courtesy, how you manage caregivers and coaching caregivers to ensure that the quality of care meets your own expectation for any of your own family members.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you're interested in learning more, please go to iowahomecare.org. Again, iowahomecare.org. Or you can call us at 415-750-4111. And we'd be more than happy to talk about how Iowa Home Care can support you.